All right, what's up, guys? Crazy past weekend. Crazy past weekend. It's I mean, it's a final hope right now, kind of for the bulls. I mean, we're coming back to that important fib level, our bull market support band level, and I mean, we may keep it. We're coming up on the curvature on some of those time frames. We're coming up, guys. Smash the like button. We got 35 people. I'm gonna wait a second to really get started in it. But if anyone has a question before we really get started, I want to get some more people in here. Let's wait till we get at least 100 people here to start. So I'll just start in a second. But what's up, Crypto Yacht? Dude, the more he's got his own logo, man. He's got his own logo, Crypto Yacht. It's hardcore, man. It's hardcore. Crypto Yacht's the man. Yeah. There is. You could probably view the discussion between me and Crypto Face last night. We're spitting some good information there. Yeah, I'm actually long. So yeah, I'm actually long right now. It's along with good risk management, just in case we continue the bull run. Oh my God, lots of comments. Okay, I'm gonna get started in a just a second. FTX is a good project. I was on Paul Barron the other day talking about FTX. We did some analysis on that. You can check that out. I think it's probably still accurate. Shiba Inu, I've never looked at that, man. I have no idea, Daywalker. I'll look at it, and I might look at it today, actually. Okay, I'm going to get started, guys. Looks like we got 41 likes, 83 people. That should be enough to get started. All right, guys. So basically, I'll go through first. Let's start with the positive. Start with the good news before the bad. So the good news right here is, on these lower time frames, this is good curvature. We printed a night. This is a trigger wave. This is high enough in my view to be a trigger wave. On the 30-minute, great curvature here. It seems like the 45.5, this very important fib level, is acting as resist or support, right now, which that's a huge good sign. I'll show you where I went long. I went long right on this money flow crossover right here on the 15-minute. These are nice because a lot of times in the 15-minute and these smaller time frames, like the 12-minute, 10-minute, 15-minute, even the 20-minute, you come up and it looks like you're coming up, and then no, you come back down. But then when you come up again, then when you get into the green, then it's usually a good entry point. So that's my long position. If you guys want to know, I was in a long position from this place right here. I treated it as a scalp trade yesterday. I think here, locked in some profits right before 43.9 or a little before that. Just locked in profits, stop loss, entry point. Got stopped out of that last night. I was at the gym. And everything happens when you're at the gym, just trying to, relax, take a break from it. All these notifications, my phone's blowing up. And we lost 42, so we lost the bull market support band. I went short. I shorted, looked at my phone after one set of legs or whatever. We were already down to 40. I locked in profits, set stop loss to entry point, took 40% of the position out. Got stopped out of that in profit, and then I was just like, yeah, I'm going to bed. I'm done with this. I'll look at it tomorrow. We'll deal with this tomorrow. I don't know what's going to happen. I was in Crypto Face's live stream too. I think I got stopped at that short while I was on his live stream when it started coming back. And yeah, so I've been looking at this. Good curvature here. And what I like too is the 4-hour VWAP was coming up. It's trying to come up there, and then it finally comes up over here, and then it looks like a nice, we may be able to come up. 42.8 right now. We'll see. We'll see what happens. On these other time frames, I'm doing this like in the opposite. I normally go top to bottom, but this could be, it does look slightly oversold. Maybe we're oversold. Maybe, we do have the scenario where we come up like this, and that brings us up, for a few more days, maybe 2 more days we come up. And then if September is normally a bad month for crypto. I'm not talking about bull runs. I'm just talking about in general, every year overall, September is normally a pretty bad month. So we come down, to September, then October we come back up. We'll talk about it at some levels in a second, but let's do a top-down analysis. So the 2-day, we do have this. This confirms in 7 hours. I think more likely than not, it will confirm. A 2-day red blood diamond, it doesn't always have to come down 50%. It can. It definitely can. but it doesn't always have to. I mean, let's look at how far it came down here. Let's say we repeat this one. You know, this didn't really come down much. It's probably came down farther than it looks, though. It came down 7%. So it could, I mean, they don't always, you know, they don't always have to be terrible. I mean, this one was 30%. How much did we come down so far before it? I mean, let's see here. We've come down 15%. So it's entirely possible we hit the bottom here. And this doesn't look as bad as this one. This does not look nearly as bad as this one. The reason is because here you have money coming out for a while. Here we still have money coming in. We are still in the green. So it does not look as bad as this one, in my opinion. Also, if you look at Ethereum, there's no blood diamond on the two-day on Ethereum. We just had the one pump out for the 1 day. So that's also a slightly better sign for the bulls. Here don't look too good. I mean, 12-hour, let's be real, guys. This don't look too good. However, you do have the VWAP coming up as money flow is coming out. We may, I mean, if it does turn out bearish, I mean, price obviously, the market likes to mess with you. I mean, the market is not a friendly character. Like, it doesn't go straight up or straight down that often. Like, it could have like this and then go, then way down. You know what I mean? Like, have one last leg up with this VWAP. I mean, is there still any divergence here? I think all of our divergences have played out. Let's see. Can we draw any type of divergence? Yeah, there's not really a divergence anymore. You could kind of say the divergence has played out and now we're home free. That would be the bullish case, what the bulls would be yelling at you right now. Let's go to the 8-hour. I mean, yeah, same thing. Just, you know, indicative of some consolidation in the short term. Again, I mean, we really got to, I think if we lose this fib level again, I mean, 40, Bitcoin doesn't really, you know, traditional TA doesn't work as well with Bitcoin. Like, traditional TA would tell you if we lost this level, we'd be going definitely to 20K. With Bitcoin, weird stuff happens. I mean, all of our old TA back in like May or something was telling us Bitcoin was going to negative 5,000 or whatever back in July, excuse me. So, I mean, you can't really go by that too much. I talked about the 4-hour. I mean, 1 hour, it does look like we're coming up here with money flow. It does look like we could be up here. If we measure this out, I mean, how far would this bring us? You know, say that was the, you know, we could be bullish for the next 3 days. Say we come up, maybe come up to 45, maybe. I'd say here's a little bit optimistic, but 45, maybe up to the spiral line. Then we come back down, or then maybe it's just a nice recovery into October. Those are two options. I do like what I'm seeing at the lower time frames. I'm long right now from around this level, around this money flow crossover on the 15-minute. Went long an hour ago after I woke up. So far it's in profit. We'll see what happens. I got one stop loss set below this spider line, and then another stop loss set below here. It's a low risk trade. I mean, we'll see what happens with it. So yeah, that's Bitcoin. Let's look at Ethereum just a little bit before I look back at the chat. So we're on Coinbase for Ethereum, and we finally had some action with the spider line here the other day. Lost it there, like we kind of lost. This is kind of like the Ethereum's equivalent to the bull market support area, that big fib or whatever. But yeah, like I said, I mean, on the 2-day, we don't have no red blood diamond. However, this looks worse because you do have money coming out, VWAP coming down as the money still seems to be coming out. We didn't cross over yet, though. We didn't cross over yet, so the bulls do have a tiny bit more of hope. I mean, that doesn't look the best. Maybe we, in a little bit, we print towards the end of the month, end of September, say September is red, and then we print the green dot, and then we start to come up some more for a last leg up. It's still not entirely impossible to have something like this here. You know, I mean, we come up until a very good month of October, maybe, then correct in November. I don't know the historical data in November. I know last November it dumped, so I mean, maybe this November it will. Yeah, going on a 12-hour. I mean, VWAP coming up, money coming out. Not the best look. I think if we lose this fib, I mean, this level again, it might be bad. Let's try a fib out here. I'm curious. That's probably coinciding with a big fib level. Right here, yeah, I mean, 27, you may give up a fight. This fib level, yeah, I mean, that's the fib level we don't want to lose, and we're kind of losing it. Maybe we'll regain it today. I mean, that's That's what you got to pay attention to. After that, obviously here we'll probably have some. I mean, these are so good for scalp trades, these fib levels. You'll probably have some type of reaction over there. 4 hour, same thing. I mean, these 4 hour VWAPs coming up, don't lie. Look at that green dot right there and then up. But, I mean, starting to curve back down now. I mean, we'll see. We'll see. So, yeah, I mean, up here and then down. I mean, it would make sense. I mean, it would make sense for the bullish case, like something like that. And then you come up in the next, week or 2 days. So, that's Ethereum primarily. Let's look at the real low time frames to kind of I mean, this looks good. I mean, look at this is a divergence here. I mean, you could draw this divergence. You see, since here momentum and money flow. Well, yeah. I mean, since here primarily momentum is coming up, and back here price is going all the way down. Price is still below. That's a bullish divergence. It is. It's on the lower time frame, but it is a bullish divergence, no doubt the less. So we'll see if we can regain this level. That would be very important to regain. I like the curvature here. I'm not in any Ethereum position currently, but just long on Bitcoin right now. So we'll see what happens. Keep in mind, Q4, Bitcoin normally outperforms Ethereum. So another thing to keep in mind as well. All right, let's look at the chat. Okay. Where did I leave off? What's up, guys? Yeah, I mean, it's Crypto Face. I mean, me and him, Brian, me and Crypto Face disagree a little bit on that. I don't know if it's, the way I trade, like, the thing is, I'm following a strategy. Like, I don't need to know what's going to happen to make money, so it doesn't really matter too much to me. But I mean, I do have, long-term holdings in Bitcoin. I do think more likely than not it will become a successful asset. If it never, if 64K is the top forever, that's a failed asset. But yeah, I don't think that's too likely. I just don't think that's too likely. But we'll see what happens. Cap look amazing. Oh yeah, thanks. Okay, Cello. Somebody want to look at Cello. I'll take a look at Cello. My link long position, that was a while ago. Yeah, I took a lot of profits off of that before getting stopped out a while back. Cello. I will look at Cello. Let me highlight this to remember. One of my stop losses at the swing low, another stop loss is way above that. So. Thanks for yeah, no problem, Elon. No, to answer this question, I do 2 separate conditional orders to close out the order, to close out the stop loss. Okay, I will try to take a look at XRP after Cello, and sell in May, walk away, sell in September, walk away. Yeah, I mean, Moss, it probably will. Okay, let's look at Cello. Someone asked me on Twitter about that too. I'll take a look at it. I don't know much about it, but I'll take a look. Let's see here. I mean, when was that? Okay, so August 30th. So, I mean, how much has this been up? I'm curious from here to here. Okay, 250%. Pretty modest. Modest 250%. Yeah, nothing too crazy. Only 250%. I mean, you can make the argument money flow is coming back in there. I mean, we rejected off of that fib level. Seems like that one could act as support. You may form if you form a bear, get a red dot here, that could be a bearish divergence. But I mean, from here, no, it really isn't, because you're coming down. This is a very volatile one. This has got to be like, it's very volatile. I don't hate what I'm seeing here. I mean, we're coming into the green there. I mean, to repeat that case, you would come something like that, and yeah, it'd leave us bullish for a few more weeks. I mean, where would that bring us in terms of I mean, I don't think it'll repeat at 250%, but it could bring us, you know, up to $8 or up to $10 again, maybe. It could come up to all-time highs. A lot of times what these weird ones do is they'll come back up, and then maybe they'll almost come up, and then psh, then something like that, you know what I mean? So be careful with something like this. Yeah, I mean, not too much of a cause for concern. I mean, these fib levels are good places to take profits if we do consider up. I don't like, it doesn't look bad to me. Nice little trigger wave there. I mean, you're a little late to the party. You would have wanted to get in right here. See, this would have been perfect. I mean, what percentage would you have gotten already? Yeah, I mean, if you're getting into this now, I mean, you're missing out on 40%. That's the issue. Could go higher, though. I mean, and you're rejecting off of that. Well, it might not be the worst place to go in. I still see money coming in here. It doesn't look bad to me. Here's not the best because you're coming out. Let's see. I mean, see what happens with this. Maybe you want to come down a little bit more. I mean, you are hitting that fib level. You got to see if you keep that fib level. We'll see how it reacts next time it hits that fib level. We'll see if it acts as support. That's what I would say on this. Let's see here. Yeah, I want to look at Avalanche because that's topical. Let me highlight that so I remember. Adriano, go back a little bit. I talked about, like, I did some fib levels on ETH a little while ago in the beginning. H-bar, I don't know much about it. Okay, I want it. Real estate with Evan. I would not, if you're a long-term guy, I would not sell ADA. This is probably the time to DCA into ADA. I think ADA is going to be boring for a month or two, but I think we're going to have a nice quarter four with ADA. I mean, it's interesting, some of these predictors. It's funny, like, how it works, because all these people, I saw all these videos, ADA is going to $60, ADA is going to the moon, and then, it, you know, like, it's interesting how it is, but, yeah. Guys, remember to smash the like button. Let's see if we can get up to 200 likes today. I want to look at Avalanche. I'll look at Avalanche then ADA. Because Avalanche, I like Avalanche as a project. I do like Avalanche. It was created by a Cornell professor, actually, which is interesting. I mean, okay, I drew out that bearish divergence before. That seemed to play out to a certain extent. I mean, we have that. That's still our all-time high. Daily looks overheated. You can't gather much from that. Indicative of sideways. It seems like we're bouncing off of this fib level. It seems like she's coming back a little bit. Little trigger wave. I don't have a problem with that. I don't have too much of an issue with this. We're still in the green. Ooh, I like, ooh, maybe. Maybe so, or maybe something like that. Yeah. A lot of times these things, you know, you think it's over here, and then you come down, then maybe you get a little more. Yeah, it's curving up. I mean, obviously, guys, anything could happen. It could be like that, but maybe. I don't really like that. I don't like the 2 hour here. Let's see. Yeah, that's not the best. I will probably see if you're trying to get into this. See what happens around this level. See if you get off of 60 maybe. This will probably bring you down to 60 maybe. See, yeah, you want to either wait till we bounce off of 60 or wait for a money flow crossover here on the into the green. That's what you want to look for. That would be nice. Well, wait till what happens with this red dot. Yeah, see. Because that's good curvature. I mean, maybe you want to look for what we might have is you come down and you print a little trigger wave right there, and then bam, that's what you want. Don't wait for that trigger wave. Maybe set a notification for green dot or whatever. Trigger wave. Trigger wave for guys. Everyone asks me about that. They're dots that are closer. They're waves. This is almost a trigger wave. Like, but ideally you want them to be like. This is a bearish trigger wave. This right here, bearish trigger wave. Bullish trigger wave would be the opposite, on the opposite side. Okay, I want to look at ADA next. Yeah, let's look at ADA. Because ADA, I mean, it's boring right now, but I think some cool stuff might happen with ADA. Let's look at the daily. You know, we're higher in the green than a lot of things. VWAP's starting to come up. We might, yeah, people, this is the psychology. People always sell, people buy high and they sell low. A lot of people buy here and they're selling now. No, it's the opposite. You're supposed to buy here and that's where you sell. See, do the opposite of what you think you should do. That's how you make money in these markets. Yeah, I mean, we're bounced off of a fib level, man. I mean, real estate with Evan, you got to look at your fib levels. This is probably not the best time to sell ADA. It's probably the best time to increase your holding if you believe in it long term. I mean, hitting that. I mean, bounce off of there. We could go lower, obviously. I mean, if this plays out, or you know, here. I mean, we were still in the red, but you didn't come that much lower. I mean, maybe you come down to this fib level. I think $2 is pretty damn strong. I don't know if we'll lose $2. Maybe something like that, and then you stay even for a bit, consolidate, then come back up. You know, at the end of, yeah, it'll be boring for a month, then you come back up. Now's the time to stack up your ADA, earn some interest on it too, I would say. Yeah, I mean, here's not, 8 hours not too good, but that, yeah, it does, we'll see how much farther it goes down. Yeah, it seems like we're curving up. 6 hours seems like we're curving up. That I don't like too much. It could be the bottom. Yeah, this I don't like. See what happens with this. Wait till this goes away or whatever. We are curving up though. 1, 2, 3, 4. I mean, 4ELX strategy. I mean, looks like there's a bit of sell exhaustion. I would say it depends how you interpret that, but looks like we may bounce off of this level again. Maybe. I mean, we're either what's going to happen is we're going to go back or we're going to go up there. I mean, wait till a money flow crossover. That's what you want to look at, especially on the 30. ADA, I think we'll have a good quarter for. That's what I think. I think we're boring right now. I would, you know, if you want to go long in this, it might be a good long if you wait till a money flow crossover here. I'm actually going to, let me set that for myself. I might go long in this. I'm going to look at it. I like to analyze these things before I go long on them. Once per bar, create, continue. Okay, perfect. So Sean, Heiken Ashy candles are more smoother. They're more of an average price, so you got to keep an eye on the most important thing. Keep an eye, obviously, on the actual price with Heikens. Let's go back to Bitcoin. So keep an eye on the actual price. They're just smoother, easier to work with. If you're scalp trading, maybe it's better to use regular candles. I mean, candles are candles. Like most of the time, yeah, that's a bull candle up and down. I mean, you see that, and then they're just an average price. And then this is, you got to keep more of an eye on this. If we go to regulars, I mean, regular candles. I mean, you're more. It's less of an average. You see this shows red, and it's more. I like them because they're smoother. They're just easier to look at. I like the smoothness. And I feel like how it shows the money flow and everything down here is a little bit better. So yeah. Thanks, Kelly. Yeah, I'll do XRP. People have been asking me about XRP. I haven't looked at this lately. I have no idea. Let's see. Well, I mean, yeah, its all-time high was really the fib level you want to draw is something like here to here probably. And we're bouncing off of that. Ooh. Good thing you guys mentioned it. I wouldn't. Maybe it could be a good long coming up. Daily, yeah, you can't conclude much from that. Maybe we're at the bottom, maybe we're not. Coming out there, that doesn't look like the best thing. This level is important. We got to keep this level. That's important. I mean, we lost $1. That's psychologically not a good thing. money coming out still. I mean, is there still a divergence here? Let me see. No, it's, you can make the argument we played out. The blood is done. You can make that argument. Money's still coming out. UF's coming down. You gotta wait a little bit. You gotta see what happens with this before you go long. Yeah, you want to see more. You want to wait till you get at least a trigger wave on the hourly. Maybe this comes down and you get something nice. I don't know. I don't like some of the time frames on this. See, a little trigger wave there, maybe. 30-minute. Yeah, you want to wait for a trigger wave, or at least you want to wait for a pretty money flow crossover there for XRP. A lot of this stuff you got to be patient with it. Maybe tonight. You know, I'd give it. Maybe tonight would be some good entries. That's what I'm thinking. I will look at DOT. I looked at yesterday. I was on Paul. Check out my I think, yeah, I looked at DOT with Paul. I was on Paul Barron's show yesterday. I looked at DOT. Check that out. I did some analysis on DOT. What else do I want to look at? Neo. Yeah, the real Johnny. Yeah, I'd have to look into Cello. I don't know enough about it. I got to do more research on some of these tokens. Yes, MC is 100% worth it. MC is what I use all my trades for. Okay, I'll look at EOS. I mean, EOS is like the biggest weird coin. Guys, smash the like button. Let's get some more likes. Let's get over 100. Come on, guys. EOS. Yeah, I like XLM, at least to trade. Okay, I'll look at EOS, then XLM, and then probably going to get off. That's been quite a few tokens. So EOS, let's look at the daily here. Yeah, I mean, a lot of these tokens didn't have blood diamonds on the daily. This is already looking pretty bad. Let's see here. Yeah. Yeah, the one I drew before for this is kind of playing out, just down. That looks indicative of sideways. Can't really get too much out of that. Sideways. So, I mean, the sideways, leaning bearish, bearish, going down. More bearish. I mean, we'll see. Maybe a trigger wave or something. 4 yellow X's. Wait till a money flow crossover, I'd say, at least on this. Look for money flow crossovers in these smaller time frames. I don't like the blood diamond on the daily. There's other projects that don't have blood diamonds on the daily right now. That's EOS. And then I'm going to look at Stellar. Some people don't like Stellar, some do. I'm kind of neutral with it. I think it's, I mean, it's all right. I trade it once in a while. Not terrible. I mean, up like that. More bearish, but you're coming up with the VWAP, so not awful. Dude, what was Stellar at before? Wow. Okay. Neutral, leaning bearish. Neutral, leaning bearish. Neutral, leaning, more bearish, honestly. VWAP coming down there on the 4 hour. Yeah, this isn't looking too good. Nah, I don't like this. Hey, you want to wait, like, you want to get, we need something like that, you know what I mean? That's what you want to see. I mean, a lot of these lower time frames for some of these, like, it looks like money's coming up. We want to see crossovers, though. I mean, some people would say go up for the trigger wave, but for something like Stellar, I don't know. Not the way I trade. Yeah, hold off on this for now. Let's see. Eric, I usually sometimes, I mean, it depends on what time frame. Like a time frame like the 20 minute, like usually I'll go in on a trigger wave before it crosses over, but time frames like 10 minute, 12 minute, 15 minute, give or take, I wait for I wait for money flow to cross over. Um, Link I want to look at. That'll probably be the last one I'll look at. NFTs, I mean, it's, I'm not an NFT expert, man. NFTs, I have like one NFT that someone gave me for free. I think it's worth like a tenth of an ETH right now. So I'm not really in any NFTs. I do have a small position in Eternity, yeah, the one that Winklevoss are into. Um, and it's, NFT, I think if you know the right ones, it's like anything else. If you're investing in NFTs in the right projects, I think long term you'll be good. Bear market, NFTs will probably dump. Honestly, it'll probably be low. I mean, probably 80% corrections, but I don't. That's normal for NFTs. Like I was talking to people who are like going from 1 grand to 5 grand with NFTs and back to $500 the next day. Like those are volatile. All right, I'm gonna look at Link, and then I'm probably gonna head out. Bitcoin is dumping again. Oh boy. Maybe I'll get stopped out. It's all right. Nah, that's not. We're still above the line, man. That's not. I'd be worried if we got to keep this line. I mean, it's not. Price doesn't normally go like. You're not just gonna see that. It just this don't happen. Like even when we're going down here. Like I mean, you don't see something like this that often. I mean, price is gonna. I think more likely than not. I mean, we're still in the green here on the 15 minute. Probably more likely than not. I could be wrong. Anything could happen. I'm just right more than half the time, so that's why I'm profitable. And I mean, more likely than not, we're gonna come up here, and maybe. I mean, here's probably where I'm gonna lock in some profits up here. I would, yeah, or I mean, maybe here, depending on how I feel. I set like a take profit for 43.8, but yeah, we'll see. I'll look at Link lastly. Okay. Let's see. Yeah, this is one I never. What the all-time high for this was what? Oh, come on, get out of here. All-time high for this was 50, I think. Yeah, they always go to like psychological areas, like $50. Like if you just sell them when it's at like a even number, sometimes it's like the best strategy. Sometimes, not always. I mean, we are hitting major fib levels on a lot of these things. I feel like if we lose a lot of the major fib levels we're hitting, like damn, it's just down. Like that's where the bears win. But the bulls are fighting so far. I mean, 12-hour. And slightly more bearish, but it's when you have a VWAP that's below for a while, it's coming up. You could consolidate and come back up, not out of the picture. Here, same deal. I mean, more bearish. 4-hour on a lot of these ain't looking good. Yeah. I mean, it's coming out of there. I mean, you want to if we get a trigger wave, maybe. That's the last hope for a lot of these. Yeah, we want to see, more green debt. We need more money to come up on these. Back into the red, that's not a good sign. Here, a lot of times this is what happens. You come into the green, then you don't, then you're fighting, then you finally, that's the last hope if we come into the green. It would make sense off of this line. I mean, it's a risky, like a lot of times if you're going long, at a price like $23 in Link in a situation like this, if you, with a low risk trade and putting your stop loss, below the last swing low or whatever over here, and this could be a pretty low risk trade. Let's see, I mean, how far this could be a low risk trade. I mean, in terms of like the money you could make if we do come up and, I mean, okay, it is 5%. These things are so volatile, but I mean, use the market cipher risk calculator. Do a low risk trade if we bounce off of this level. Say, I mean, at least lock in the profits quickly. Nice scalp trade. That's what I've been doing lately. I mean, it's hard to go wrong there. So that's Link. I pray will. All right, maybe I'll do Neo lastly. Fairly red afternoon. Yeah, I mean, what up, Fresh? I mean, this is you have to lean slightly more bearish with a damn blood diamond on the 2-day, and you know, it's there's this last hope for the bulls. I mean, if we lose the 42 again, I'm gonna go short. I mean, well, I'll show you my next trade setup. Basically, what I'm looking at for Bitcoin right here. Go to Gemini. I mean, 4 hour. If we cross over, and we're about to cross over the line, I have a notification for. But if we definitely cross over the 0 line here, I mean, I'm gonna go short. If I mean, if we cross back into the red here on the 15-minute, I would be looking for red money flow. I mean, yeah, we're crossing over. Doesn't look the best, but yeah, we'll see what happens. But yeah, I'm gonna be looking to go short on I mean, I'm still long on one account. If I go short on the other account, gets stopped out of the long, it's a minimal loss, basically. Good risk management, and the short will make all that money back, and then a lot, assuming we crash down a lot. I mean, price is either going up or going down. One of your trades, one of your longs is going to win, and one of your shorts is going to win at some point. But yeah, what was it, Neo? People asked about. Let's look at Neo. It's the last one. This is the last one, guys. Looking as bad as everything else in the 4 hour. Let's look at the daily. I'll do this one. Yeah, it looks like this old line. The last time I did it seems to be playing out, going down. See some fib levels. That's the main thing with a lot of these. Like, oh, this isn't even. We lost that level pretty badly. 25, maybe. Yeah, if this plays out, you'll probably end up. I mean, you'll end up probably around here, 25. Yeah, somewhere around here. 30, 25. This looks worse than most other. Well, kind of looks. It looks as bad as most other things, maybe slightly worse. I mean, you can red manipulation X right there. Blood diamond on the 1 hour, that doesn't mean much, but yeah, this looks as bad as most other things, if not slightly worse. Yeah. Yeah, sorry, man. If you got here earlier, Nas, I probably would have looked at that coin, but I'm gonna get off in a second. Stay long alts on their bounce. It's an ideal. Blind two-side. I have a video on spider lines, and fib levels are so simple, man. You just Google how to do fib levels. Anyone could learn that in like 5 minutes, not even. What's up, Nathan? Yeah, I mean, it's looking more bearish. That's the last thing for the bulls. You know, I gave you guys the last chance for the bulls. You know, I want it to go up, obviously. Let's look at the S&P 500 real quick. That was dumping more even. I mean, when was that? We came down we've come down a lot with this. I mean, how far is this down since here? Down 5%. I think we could come down more. I mean, crypto will probably follow the market to a certain extent. If we come down until, this would be another, like if we come down, say we come down until October or whatever here, or it's something like that, could follow crypto, then recovery in. How far would this bring us down? I mean, what I'm hoping for, I hope we come down. Because I have no money in the market right now. I want to put money in the market. I hope we come down to 400. That'd be nice. It's doable. I mean, what type of correction? Yeah, I would hope for 10%. Yeah, I would hope. That's what I'm hoping for. But yeah, all right, guys. Thank you so much. If you enjoyed the video, yeah, Remy, I did look at ADA earlier. I looked at Cardano earlier. You know, don't get scared away from Cardano. I think Cardano may start to outperform some things. It kind of has a mind of its own. I think it's going to be this is a boring time for Cardano, but I think it will have a good Q4. I mean, if you believe in it long term, I mean, this is the time to be dollar cost averaging into Cardano. I think Cardano looked a lot better than some of the other things I was looking at. But yeah, guys, I'm going to get off. I may go short soon on Bitcoin or even Ethereum too, but yeah, I hope you guys got something out of this. Please subscribe to the channel if you're new. That means a lot to me, especially if you got something out of this. Please like the video. That means a lot too. Yeah, guys, if you want to help support the channel, check out my link to Market Cypher, 15% off. A link in description below. and FEMEX, BITGET. If you want to take a course, Jason Casper's trading course, I took it when I first started trading. He's got a really good course. He goes over really how to interpret market cipher and a lot of his trading methods. I think it's definitely worth the money. 17% off, discount code Evanaldo. Link in description below. If you want to create an account in FEMEX, BITGET, help support the channel. Links in description below. FEMEX I like for the altcoin. They're both good. I mean, they're both really good. FEMEX I like a little bit better for, there's more altcoins on there for leverage trading on them. So thank you so much, guys, for watching. I'm going to get off. Bye, guys.